Hey guys, if you're here, you've completed your map testing. I'm not going to give you a lot today, but I do have some things that I wanted you to go over. The first thing that we're going to do on this video is we're going to review over indirect characterization. And if you recall, that was when we were talking about the steal method. Indirect characterization is something you can infer. It's something that happens that you are able to say that person is this way because she's doing this. For example, if I walk into the room and I shout and I slam the door and I start throwing things, you can infer that I'm mad, right? Um, So instead of saying Mrs. A is mad, the author might say Mrs. A threw the door open and slammed it shut, then took her laptop and threw it on the floor. Then you as a reader would know without the author actually saying, without the author explicitly saying Mrs. A is mad, you would know by her actions. So let's go over the steal method again. Speech. What does the character say? How does the character speak? Uh, you know, just think about like the words that they use, the tone they used. Thoughts. What is revealed through the character's private thoughts and feelings? Um, that's another indirect characterization because it's not explicitly being said to the audience of the story, right? Uh, Effect on others. What is revealed through the character's effect on other people? Like, did kids cower and cringe away from the bully as he walked down the hallway? Um, how do other characters feel or behave in reaction to that character? Um, did they act excited to see somebody? That would be an indirect characterization. Her eyes lit up as he walked in through the door, so you would know that she was excited to see him, but it didn't actually say she's excited to see him. Actions. What does the character do? In my example, Miss A slammed the door and behaved violently. Looks. How does a character looks? Her eyebrows drew together and her lips made a snarling motion. Um, how does the character dress? You know, did she have paint splattered all over her, or was she dressed um, very sophisticated? That also affects the indirect characterization of these characters. So, what we're going to do as a class, you guys do not have to worry about this right now. I just kind of wanted to take this video to review over everything. But as a class, when you get back on Thursday, we're going to talk about Leroy uh, because this is what we used as an example. We're actually going to take this idea, this concept, and we're going to apply it to Ricky Tikki Taffy. And we're going to choose a character from Ricky Tikki Taffy to put in this. But in this case, we've already read about Leroy. And remember, Leroy was the kiddo that got caught under the train tracks and lost his legs. And so if I'm using information from the story, if I use a direct quote from the text, his speech said, I am Darth Cripple. And it says, identify the character trait in one complete sentence. So the quote is, I am Darth Cripple. And he was making fun of himself, right? Because he thought, oh, if I joked about it, then I would make other people more comfortable. And so in this right-handed box, I wrote, this shows us Leroy's humorous side in dealing with his disability. Thoughts. This is going to bother me because this is not spelled right. I'm just going to make a mental note to fix that. Okay. Thoughts. The whole time I was in the hospital, I just asked, why? Um, so the character trait is him thinking to himself and asking himself why. So that's his thoughts. And by him saying that, I knew Leroy was discouraged. He wasn't feeling very happy about losing his legs. He was discouraged as he laid in the hospital. Effect on others. People look up to me sometimes. Like he's saying people acknowledge him and appreciate him sometimes. That's his impact on others. So you know by that that other people were inspired by Leroy's ability to carry on despite his disability. Actions. So what did he do? Well, he built his muscles up so he could move around. And what does that say about Leroy's character? Well, it says that he's determined not to depend on the wheelchair to get around. And last but not least, looks. At more than 170 pounds, Leroy was not a light load. So by knowing that, it shows the character trait shows us that Leroy is a large and powerful person. So these are just some things I want you thinking about because we're, like I said, going to be choosing a character from Rikki Tikki Tavi, and we're going to be writing about it. So tomorrow I will kind of get that started a little bit, and you guys are going to be responsible for finishing the characterization. So I hope you did a fantastic job. In fact, I know you did a fantastic job on your mouth testing. I missed seeing you in class today, and I will see you tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye. Wait, before I say bye, last but not least, now that you watched the video, that was our review of indirect characterization. I want you to please, please, please do some power up. You'll have plenty of time. And if you, I would also like you reading daily. So read your book for 30 minutes, you know, the one that you did your flip grade over. I want you to continue that and finish that out. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Bye again.